Gorilla. My stomach stay lean, but that booty be thicker. I'm cuffed with my hubby and snuffing your hitter. My pen is the clip and my finger the trigger. Megan Thee Stallion and Joey the Panther. I stand on the front lines, I'm holding the banners. I'm pressing the buttons and turning the channels to reset the system to challenge my grandma. Stage show mean, keep the crowd higher than the weed. Got Kendro heading up the team. Pro-black, but I'm still about the cream.
Yo, what is going on? We are live in studio. I want to check in, do some church announcements, say, hey, what's up? What is going on, everyone? I just wanted to come in and talk about the updates to the channel. I wanted to, hi, Marae, how are you doing, love? I wanted to just kind of talk a little bit about Silas. Now you want to wake up and say, hey? Say hey to Silas, everybody. Silas, say hey. Say hey to the camera. Hi, Cincinnati. Hello from Cincinnati, Ohio. Oh, wow. Nice to see you. We got Kiki Wilson in the building. What's going on, Kiki? Nice to see you, babe. Yeah, I just wanted to come in and talk to you guys really quick. And hello, Kitty. Ow. Ow, that's sickening. Hi, how are you? I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit because there are some major updates coming to the channel, and I wanted to just give you guys like a basic update of what's to come so you guys won't be completely surprised. And I also want to get your guys' opinion. Can you guys hear me okay? I want to make sure that everybody can hear me okay. Everybody drop a green heart if you can hear me okay. Thank you so much, Joanna Shante. Hey baby, how you doing? Hi, how you doing? What's going on? Silas, don't give me no trouble while I'm live. Do you hear me? My nerves are already bad. Um, okay, you can hear me okay? Good. How's everybody feeling today? How was everyone's day? I was debating whether I should go live or not because my husband is out on the car, right? Hopped on as soon as hold on a second. Let's see what's saying. Hopped on as soon as I finished that RHOBH reunion. Yep, we hear you loud and clear, girl. Thank you so much. I wanted to hop on and just talk about the things that are going on with my channel because I was debating whether I was going to go live today and talk about all of this, or if I was just going to do it at the Pepper LaBeija party, or if I was just going to wait until my official return with the live that I have coming up. But I figured that I would just kind of get some of this stuff out of the way now. So once we get to the fun stuff, we can just get to the fun stuff. Do you know what I mean? I am changing the format of my channel. By the way, I also changed the name of my channel. I don't know if you guys noticed. I have officially gone from Porn with Jordan to Justifiably Jordan. Um, you guys let me know what you think of the new name, the new logo, the new look. There's a new graphic banner and everything. All the new things are changed over. I have my social media updated, so you guys can follow me now on Twitter and on Instagram at Justified Jordan. There is a, excuse me, there's a couple reasons why I changed the name of my channel. Um, that wasn't initially the plan, but I figured I would do it now before it kind of gets too crazy on as like as far as my subscribers and everything like that, and before my channel gets too big and then I'm not able to really change it. Hey Philly, how you doing, love? Um i wanted to update it because I wanted to make the name of my channel easier to say, and I wanted to make it easier to find, right? Because Porn with Jordan, we've all noticed it from the beginning of the channel, from my first video. We've all noticed that when I say porn, it sounds like porn. I'm not gonna like act like that's not a thing and not acknowledge it. It's a thing. And it has been something that I've thought about from the beginning of my channel, but I kind of like put all that dedication into it. And then I was like, well, I can't think of anything better right now. And the name Justifiably Jordan just kind of came up at a good time because I felt like I needed to refresh and rebrand and reformat in an immediate fashion before I continue on with the way that my channel was going. Um, I am. I changed the name to Justifiably Jordan because I, in everything that I do on my channel, I want to be able to walk away and say that it was justified. And the definition of justified is with good reason or to have good reason, right? So I want to always be able to walk away from my channel and say that the things that I approach on my channel and the things that I broach on my channel are things that, hi Rosemary, hi baby gorgeous. You guys give it up for my other top mods, which are Rosemary and Marae. This is Rosemary right here, and I'm gonna bring up Marae's comment as well. This is Marae. They are two of my mods. I know that I shouted out Diana in my last live, and I wanted to shout out them in this live because they are incredible mods as well. They, they pretty much are always on the ball and they're always on the money doing what they need to do. And I really appreciate them for being so dedicated to not just my channel, but all the channels that they do mod on and that they are a part of. Um, Silas, I need you to move your tail, baby. I can't see the comments. All right. Thank you, sugar. Okay. Joanna, and anytime you throw another J on something, I'ma thoroughly enjoy it. But I'm here for the adjustment and alignment. Thank you so much, love. But yeah, I changed it because I wanted to make the name of my channel easier to say and easier to find. For some reason, people were having a lot of trouble finding porn with Jordan. And even when I tagged it like in my channel and the name badge when I would pop up on different people's channels, I would um I would put the exact name of my channel in my thing so you guys could see it, right? But people were still having trouble finding it on my channel, and I would tag it in my videos. I would even tag it with my name spelled wrong. I would tag it with my name spelled right, and I would put porn with Jordan with an E, and then I would put porn with Jordan with an A, just in case people were spelling my name wrong. They'd still be able to find it easily, right? Hey Nakaya, how are you doing, love? But I wanted to also restructure the way that I'm doing my channel because I have hit a crossroads where I am no longer interested in pouring tea, right? I'm no longer interested in, you know, the gossip and the mess and the drama as a part of my channel. Do you get what I mean? I don't want to talk about drama on my channel. I don't want to talk about, you know, and tea in the way that I've been doing it, right? If I Thank you so much, baby. Um, if I'm gonna talk about the things that are going on within pop culture from like a drama perspective or like things going on in people's life, like I said from the very beginning of me coming on YouTube, I want to have an empathic approach to YouTube. So now the focus of my channel is giving an empathic analysis to all things culture and entertainment, right? I don't want to, you know, mind you, some of the things that I say are probably still going to be shady, but I am going to be talking about things in a different way. And the format is going to change up as well. I'm going to be doing a lot more lives as compared to doing pre recorded videos. because there are just some things that I want to hop on and have a conversation with you guys about. And I'm going to try to balance live videos with live conversations with pre recorded videos, excuse me. But I am going to start doing more lives because when I do my recaps of shows, I have a Queens recap coming up. I have a Just Lauren coming up on episodes 2 and 3. I'm going to be recapping that show as well still. There's a lot of things that I'm still going to be recapping, and I want to have a conversation with you guys about the show while I'm talking about it. So I'm going to start going live when I do my recaps. And there is something else that I'm going to announce later on, but I want to do it in its own separate live and kind of have a full blown conversation about it. Um, it is kind of an expansion on this topic, but I want to be very specific about um, certain things that I'm just not going to talk about on my channel anymore, right? And I keep bringing them naturally. The guy, thank you, baby. Changing up sounds awesome, but I'm with you no matter what. Thank you so much, babe. I really appreciate that. And that means the world to me because I want to do something that is meaningful on YouTube. I don't want to just get on here and gossip and tea and be shady and do all of these things and talk about all of the, you know, stuff that is going on without really diving in and having an approach to it that is meaningful or that is a life lesson. Like, I want to grow as a person. And mind you, I do like to watch reality television. And I'm not going to say that these shows are my guilty pleasures. I enjoy watching a lot of the reality shows that I watch. But there has come a point with me where I want more out of my content as it relates to talking about this stuff. Like, if I'm going to talk about the things that are going on, I want to talk about it in a way that we can all expand and grow as people. We can learn something. We can, develop who we are, and we can, and, increase our intellectual value. Do you get what I mean? And that's not to say that talking about gossip or, all those types of things is a lack of that. But I want to find a balance between the two, if nothing else. Do you get what I mean? Talking about the gossip and the shade and the fun, talking about the gossip and the shade and the reads and the things of the things, all of that stuff is fun. And I enjoy doing it, don't get me wrong. But I just, I want more from my own channel. And I am someone who I don't live in the shade. Do you get what I mean? Like, funny comments are funny comments, but I'm never gonna get on my channel and like deliberately bash someone. I'm not gonna get on here and just read somebody for filth and go completely off. Now, am I gonna give firm opinions and give stern opinions about situations? Yes, but it's all coming from an empathic place. Do you get what I mean? It's all coming from a place of me wanting to not only understand you and the people that I'm talking about and that type of stuff. It's me trying to see the best or the better in everybody because I'm going to expound a lot more on this when it comes to the live that I do specifically on the types of subjects that I'm no longer covering in my live. It's really only one subject, but I'm not going to mention it here because I want to just make it its own thing, right? But if I'm going to talk about the gossip and the mess, I want to get more out of it and I want to create an environment where there is growth within the shade. Like, even if we acknowledge what's going on and what's going on and, you know, all of the things of the things, I want to be able to talk about ways that we can be better in that process, or like if we were that person, how we would be better. I don't want to just listen. People have always heard me on my channel specifically say that Funky Dineva is one of my oracles, right? And I always quote Funky Dineva's mother when I say that you shouldn't tear someone down without a hand to lift them up. And I think that is the problem with the way that people are approaching these types of subjects. Do you get what I mean? I think that there is more shade than there's more shade and not enough en- encouragement and upliftment, right? Like, we can acknowledge all the funny stuff. We can acknowledge the shade. We can talk about the drama. We can talk about all of those things. But the problem is that we don't ever try to get to a real resolution. We don't ever try to get to a real understanding. And I think that this type of environment has become so ingratiated in the mess and in the shade of it all that we're not being real people anymore. Like, nobody in their real life wants to engage with people the way that these people engage with each other on reality television. So why is nobody talking about how real human interaction should be? Why are we just talking about who read each other the best, or who had the best punchline, or who threw the best shade? Like, at some point we have to start representing real friendship dynamics on television, because if anybody in their real life is conducting their friendship circles in the way that these women are on these reality television shows, then I feel sorry for your psyche, because that is toxic, my G. Like, I think the reason why I'm having such a problem is because there is not a conducive amount of resolution to the conflict. And that's really frustrating. Silas, you rude as hell. But that is the real issue for me, is like there's not enough resolution to the conflict. I'm seeing so much conflict, so much fighting, but then there's not enough of understanding and real people and creating safe space. Like, my problem is there is no safe space within a lot of the friendships that I'm talking about. Do you get what I mean? You know what? I'm just gonna make this that video. I was going to be coy about it and just make it a whole nother live, but I'm just gonna talk about it now. I'm never talking about Housewives on my channel again. Imma just be real about it. I'm never talking about Housewives on my channel again, because that environment and that fandom has become toxic, and I want nothing to do with that, especially when it comes to a place where I want to have peace and enjoy myself. I come to YouTube to have fun and escape and have pleasant conversation and uplift people and relate to, things that people are going through and share. You know what I'm saying? I don't come to have toxic interaction and see the darkest sides of people. And engaging in the Housewives fandom is very toxic. And it is part of the reason why I pulled away from the RuPaul's Drag Race fandom, because the RuPaul's Drag Race fandom is the exact same way. That's why when I brought it up in one of my videos, maybe I'll do RuPaul's Drag Race recaps. I am very ambivalent about doing that, because the fandom is so toxic, and it becomes a situation where you're strictly talking about um hey sister, you know what? I have to take a whole second and break everything that I'm saying, because I need to acknowledge my sister. You guys, Slick Boot 98. This is my sister, and I don't know if she feels comfortable with me saying her name on camera or on her live, but I want you guys to send her a bunch of green hearts on my behalf, because this is a woman who I love so much. She is one of the closest people to me in my life, and I would not be here if it was not for her. So I want everybody to send some love to my sister. I don't know if she wants me to say her name, but y'all send her love in the chat, right? But I'm just gonna go ahead and make that video that I was gonna do this, 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 this video. I was gonna make a whole other live about why I'm never talking about Housewives again. And I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about it now. Forget it. Like, the fandom is toxic. And like I was saying earlier about the RuPaul's Drag Race fandom, it is ridiculously uncomfortable because there are certain things that you notice and that you acknowledge and that you see when you're engaging in these shows, but then when you talk about it, people are not allowing you to have the full brevity of your thought, right? And I am not someone who wants to engage in those type of spaces. Do you get what I mean? I'm willing to talk about the shit. I'm willing to talk about the mess. I'm willing to talk about all of the drama. But the problem is I want to engage in a respectful discourse. And I don't want to sit here and get to the point of being dismissive, disrespectful. Um, and I am not. See, here's the thing. I'm gonna just go ahead and be real about it and keep it funky with y'all because it is what it is. A lot of people had some negative opinions or they had some um conflicting opinions with my views on not being excited about Dubai, right? Not being excited about the Dubai Housewives. And since I never got to thoroughly clarify my opinion or my thoughts on that, I want to do that here, especially because this is the last time that I'm going to be talking about Housewives on my channel. And for that purpose, I'm probably not going to ever talk about RuPaul's Drag Race, the actual show, on my channel. Um, will I still do the live about me making an audition tape for it? Absolutely, because I think it's a funny story. But I don't think I'll be doing recaps of the show because I don't want to engage with the fandom. And I value my peace over subscribers. That's really what it is. Um, I want to clarify my point on Dubai. The situation is, I don't have an issue with them doing a franchise of the Real Housewives in Dubai. Okay. I don't have a problem with that. But the point that I want to make very clear is that if me as a person, and mind you, I am somebody who was raised by activists. I was somebody who was raised, if you know me, y'all know that I was raised by former Panthers. Like, this is ingrained in me. I would not feel comfortable watching a show placed in Dubai, knowing the human rights issues that are going on with modernized human slavery, human trafficking, the laws that directly discriminate and illegalize being LGBTQ. Like, I would not be able or feel comfortable watching a franchise that was set in that setting if the show didn't address that. Do you get what I mean? I'm not saying cancel the show. I'm saying use the show as a platform to bring awareness to the issue. And that was my point. I was trying to say that I don't want to see it if they're not going to talk about the issues, if they're not going to engage in having some sort of experience with these problems, then I don't want to talk about it. And if these are a bunch of women who are out of touch with the culture that they're immersed in every day, then I don't want to see it. If that's going to be the case, if we're going to sit here and have a bunch of women, that's the show I don't want to see. I don't want to see a show with a bunch of housewives who are out of touch with the society that that they live in. How am I supposed to enjoy them flaunting their money and, wearing all of these expensive things, talking about their jewelry, talking about all the money they make and the shit that they own, knowing that they could be using this platform as an opportunity and using their wealth a as a crutch to help change the societal discourse. Like, I don't understand how people would want to watch that. Just like I don't understand how we would have an all black housewives and they not talk about Black Lives Matter. That does not make any sense to me, right? Like, if the Real Housewives of Atlanta did not talk about Black Lives Matter, I would have been pissed off. I wish the Real Housewives of Potomac would have talked about it more. It was mentioned on the show, but I wish that there would have been more of a actual discourse and conversation about it the way that it was in Atlanta. But I am very like, I am tired of seeing these housewives shows walk around blissfully ignorant to the issues. Like, I don't understand how people can be so up in arms that they don't want that people like Ramona and people like Rena don't want race brought up on the show, yet people are upset that I brought up a negative opinion about a Housewives franchise that hasn't even aired yet. It was, I just, I don't at the end of the day, I'm still going to watch The Housewives. And my opinion on it is this: we can all we can all have um disagreeing opinions, and we can all not agree on the same things, but it's the way that you disagree with somebody. I'm all about respectful discourse, and I'm all about having a um complete conversation. If you're going to not agree with somebody, then make sure that you hear their full point before you disagree, or make sure that you engage with someone respectfully. It's okay to agree to disagree. That is okay. But what needs to happen is to make sure that you are respectful at all times. Joanna, Shante, you just hit the nail on the head. You can disagree without being disagreeable. And that is something that I always try to be aware of. Like, I may not agree with your opinion, but I'm always going to hear you out. Even if I don't agree, I'm always going to hear you out, because if I don't hear your point in full, then I cannot feel comfortable developing an opinion about something that I don't even know or have the full context on. I just don't feel like that's right. And it's not, I cannot subscribe to the theory of, well, if you don't like it, then don't watch. There's two parts to that for me. Because yes, if programming is triggering for me and it is something that I do not feel comfortable engaging in when it comes to my mental psyche and the stability of my aura, then yes, I should disengage and not watch. However, the other side of that is, if I am asked my opinion, I should be able to have my full opinion, and I should be able to have just as equal amount of space and opportunity as somebody who may disagree with that opinion, because I am always going to give that amount of space and opportunity. Do you get what I mean? If you don't like my opinion, that's fine, but don't ask me my opinion and then not allow me the floor to fully discourse or say it. Do you get what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. And I want to create a space on my channel where people feel safe. I don't want people to feel attacked. I don't want people to feel gaslit. I don't want people to feel like they have to argue to make a comment on my channel. I'm not for that shit. And I'm not gonna have it. Like, this is a place of peace. I listen, at the end of the day, I value my peace and my integrity more than I value subscribers and numbers and views. So if I lose subscribers because I don't want to talk about the housewives, or I don't want to talk about the drama that is associated with the housewives, honestly, I'm not talking about the housewives, because even if I don't like, even if I talk about the impactful stuff, there's still the housewives fandom don't want me to talk about race on housewives. They don't want to talk, they don't want me to talk about, you know, they don't want to talk about the things that aren't diamonds and rose. I'll leave it at that. So I'm just going to cut the cord where I can, restrain my peace, because at the end of the day, I don't think y'all want to get on here and watch me holler and scream and bitch and moan and yell and do all that stuff. Like, I just don't subscribe to that. You know what I'm saying? I come from a debate background, so I'm used to disagreeing with somebody, but I'm also used to disagreeing with somebody in a fashion that is allowing everybody to have the floor in a way that they are completely expressed. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm just not with that shit. But I am going to be taking more of a live approach because I want to engage in conversation with the people who are watching my channel. I want to um I want to engage with you all directly and not just get the feedback in the comments. I'm sure that, not everybody, not all 580 something of you are going to be able to catch every single live, and I appreciate all of the ones of you that do. However, I do want to have a direct conversation with my subscribers, with my audience, with my baby gorgeous gang. And so I may still make pre-records about certain things, but I think that me coming on here and just going live is going to be my new format, because I like the idea of getting up on a soapbox and just speaking directly from the heart to the people, and not editing myself down to try to make it malleable for the masses. You know, I think that I started out this journey in entertainment as an adult, especially within the past, 5 years. I wanted to be as authentic to myself as possible and let the audience come where it is. They say that if you build it, they will come. And so I am not going to focus on having a massive audience, or having a huge audience, or having, million subscribers, or getting YouTube plaques. Do I want to be monetized? Absolutely. But I also want a genuine audience, and I want a compassionate audience, and I want an audience of love and peace, where we come and we share our lives with each other, and we're able to speak about different topics and different subjects, and even things that are going on with people who we follow, in a way that we learn a lesson from the media that we consume. It's like I said in a video before, we should be making our media work for our mental. Do you get what I mean? Just like we should be making our money work for our wallets, we should be making our media work for our mental, and the things that we should and the things that we consume should be nourishing us. Do you get what I mean? And even if we're going to watch, reality television and, stuff like that, there should be something that you take away from it. There should be something that you learn from it. Even if you just learn how to be a better friend, even if you learn how to be a better person, if you learn how to better approach a situation, even if you're just learning what not to do or how not to handle a situation, I think people should take something away from the media that they consume, even if it's just the Real Housewives, even if it's just Basketball Wives, even if it's just whatever. Do you get what I mean? I Joanna, you're right. You know what I'm saying? Eye candy is good, but you need some soul food too. And that's really what it is. Like, I want to blend the excitement of Real Housewives with the necessity of self care. Do you get what I mean? I think that we can learn something from anybody. I think that we can take a lesson from anything and anyone if you look hard enough and if you open yourself up enough to let something more than your own perception permeate through your mind. Do you get what I mean? Jordan, you are really touching some hearts right now, and hopefully people will see things. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that because I want to be able to come into a place where we are able to engage in certain discourses and not have to be toxic and not have to fight about it and not have to argue and not, you know, I don't want to be in a place where I can't agree to disagree with somebody. And I can't be in a place where people aren't self-aware enough to allow that space for others. You know, I'm the type of person who I'm always trying to make sure that I am giving the things that I demand. I am always trying to supply the things that I demand. If I demand respect, then I want to supply respect. If I want to demand demand compassion and understanding, then I want to also make sure that I supply those things. If I want a safe space, then I want to provide a safe space. And that is not always something that is at the front of people's minds. Do you get what I mean? Because I don't think that that's always something that is entertaining. I think that a lot of the times, yes, the people want drama. The people want the mess and they want the discourse. And, you know, people having passionate responses are engaging. I get that. But there has to be a level of intention with that. Like, it can't be just discourse for discourse's sake. Like, you get a bunch of people riled up and passionate about a topic, and then what? And then what? Like, there has to be more than just the discourse. There has to be more than just the fandom. Do you get what I mean? There has to be more than stan culture. I am not someone who engages in stan culture. I am completely refuting of stan culture because I am not someone who can sit here and say that somebody can do no wrong and everything that they do is perfect and they are incapable of making a mistake and they are incapable of being wrong and all of those things. I don't that's not how I rock. Do you get what I mean? Like that's just not that's not how I rock. So I would not I would not like and mind you, there are some people who I love. There are celebrities that I love. People who know me know I love Brandy, know I love Eve, know I love Sierra, know I love Janet Jackson, know I love Lenny Kravitz, know that I love Lena Waithe, know that I love, you know, all these people. And these are just the living people that I'm talking about. Know that I love Lynn Whitfield, but I would never sit here and say that they can't do anything wrong or that they're above reproach just because they're my favorite cast member on a television show or because they create content that I love and enjoy to watch. I don't think that's honest. I don't think that's full and I don't think that's complete. I don't think that that's well rounded. I think that we need to have and I'm going to keep saying this, a more empathic approach to the media that we consume. I'm not saying cancel these shows. I love these shows. I love Basketball Wives. I love Wags when it was on. I love Real Housewives. I love, all of these ensemble type shows. I love Married to Medicine. It's my favorite Bravo show of all time. But there needs to be more, just as much as just as much effort as put into making sure that drama occurs on these shows, there needs to be just as much effort put into the resolution of said conflict. Because I think that the ripple effect of the things that happen on these television shows, it affects the viewers in multitudes of ways. Do you get what I mean? There is a lot of, excuse me, there's a lot of behavior that takes place on television that because we don't see any resolution or consequence for that matter from those actions, people think that those things are okay. And fans of those shows think that it's okay to act that way and behave that way or carry themselves in a way that is appearing to be unbothered or unabashed or I don't give a fuck or whatever the case may be. And to a certain degree, it is good to have those perspectives on yourself, but you have to know how to facilitate those feelings, right? There's a way to have a I don't give a fuck attitude. You know what I'm saying? Don't give a fuck about haters. Don't give a fuck about negativity. Don't give a fuck about somebody who is just in trying to intentionally diminish your greatness. Like those are the things that you shouldn't give a fuck about. Like you have to know what not to give a fuck about. You have to know what not to pay any attention to. You have to know what to stunt on. There's a way to be a bad bitch and not look arrogant. Do you know what I mean? There's a way, just like there's a way to celebrate your faves without turning them into deities or putting them on unnecessary pedestals where now the people who are at the foot of those pedestals, they're engaging in unnecessary discourse and drama that they don't have to because you are not showing the other side of the situation. Do you know what I mean? It's not okay. Like, do you remember back when a lot of these female led ensemble shows were starting, when the Basketball Wives first started, when all those types of shows first started? Do you remember when those shows first started and they were supposed to be about sisterhood, right? They were supposed to be about growth and learning as women and trying to be the best versions of ourselves as possible and learn from our mistakes. What happened to that? What happened to that? It was completely thrown away by the backsliding and the slip ups and the mess ups of the journey along the way. Yes, there's so many things that can happen and people can get pulled out of character and people people make mistakes and we all fall short, right? But the journey shouldn't be thrown away because that's what people find entertaining. Do you get what I mean? Um, Philly John, there's so much content to recap, review, etc. Actually, the reality TV is oversaturated with commentary. I believe that 100%, which is why I am not just moving out of the Real Housewives sphere. I'm going to move out of a lot of the like reality TV stuff as well. I'm not going to be recapping a lot of reality TV. Hi Shane. Um how you doing, babe? I'm not going to be talking about a lot of reality TV if it's not something that I can grow from. Do you get what I mean? Like I love Love and Hip Hop, but if an episode didn't move me in a way or teach me something or give me something to have a positive discourse about, then I'm not talking about it. It just is what it is. I want to talk about more topical things in my lives. I want to talk about people have asked me to talk about depression and anxiety, things both of those things I suffer from. I want to talk about my eating disorder. I want to talk about bulimia. I want to talk about um, how we grow as people. I want to talk about being my best self. I want to um, I want to figure out how I can grow as people and use the tools that I've been provided from the people around me, as well as the media that isn't necessarily geared towards providing those tools, but using that media to my advantage to find ways to garner tools out of that. Um, I just, I care more about, yes, Joanna. Yes, Joanna. I'd love to know about if how yoga has helped you be more centered and focused, etc. Listen, I've been doing yoga for 15 years. I've been doing yoga since I was 15 years old. And I'm not saying that I'm like this great yogi and I'm like this thing or whatever. Like I do Steve Ross inhale yoga. It used to come on the Oxygen channel, but it works for me, right? And I want to make sure that I take responsibility for my own center and for my own peace and stability. I spend a lot of time searching for people to make me happy or to help me be my own. I spend a lot of time looking for validation and approval to be myself or to feel my feelings or to embrace what is my natural instincts, right? And I cannot do that anymore. Do you get what I mean? Yoga has centered me in a way that it has made me realize how many things are just unnecessary in my life. Do you get what I mean? Yeah, my sister is silly doll, baby. But she's also not wrong. She is her own reality show. I don't know if they would ever allow a reality show to take place in her actual life, but that would be a hell of a show though. Real talk. I'm not going to talk about my sister's life in that way, but she is her own reality show. No lies were told in the creation of that comment. But I want to talk about life and I want to talk about experiences and I want to talk about love and I want to talk about um, depression and I want to talk about parenting and I want to talk about growing as a human and I want to talk about taboos and I want to talk about fears. I want to talk about the things that we are not scared to talk about. I want to talk about more than just shade and gossip and tea. That's really what it is. And this is probably me just leaning into being 30 because, I don't know how many people believe in Saturn's return and all of those things, but I don't even know how much I believe in it to be honest with you, but I do if I hear something that makes sense or correlates or is logical with my life, I don't, run away from it. So I do feel like Saturn's return has affected me in a way that I didn't expect for it to affect me in me turning 30. Um, Thank you, Shane. Thank you, Jordan, for coming out and showing yourself with vulnerability. I still struggle with that. I'm struggling with it in this moment. You guys don't see it, but like my knee is shaking right now. I'm nervous to have this conversation with everybody because I know that me saying this is probably contrarian to the types of points of views that people want me to have. Do you get what I mean? People met me, the great majority of you met me talking about shade and gossip and being funny and giving these witty comments. And don't get me wrong, I still have those witty comments and I'm still going to think of funny shit to say, but I need more out of those conversations. Do you get what I mean? And I want to make sure that I clearly articulate that I am not speaking about anyone individually, because there have been some comments in my chat asking about certain people and certain things that I I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm not here to throw shade at anybody. I'm not here to do a T page. I'm not here to, do YouTube drama. I'm not about that, because at the end of the day, I have and had genuine love for every single person who I have engaged with since I have joined YouTube. Most of those people I still have genuine love for. Do you get what I mean? Um, but I am a person who has been through too much. I have seen too much. I have experienced too much to allow anyone into my personal space and within my boundaries who cannot contribute to my life in a positive way, or is going to change the way that they treat me in the way of discourse, right? I think that I am very clear when I state what type of person I am. I think I am very forthcoming with the type of person that I am. I believe that I make it very known that I speak about social justice issues. I think I make it very known that I am socially conscious. I think I make it very known that I am pro black. Okay. I think I make it very known that I am pro trans. I think I make it known that I am queer centric. Do you get me? Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know why my Wi-Fi is struggling right now. I'm so sorry, you guys. Um, but I'm not, yeah, I did freeze, Philly John. I'm sorry. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I I'm not exactly sure what happened, but I'm back. Thank you guys for staying. I really appreciate it. Let me go back because there's a couple comments that I want to bring up. Um, I don't want to say that. Hold on. Let me go back and look at a couple comments because I don't want to go on this diatribe and not um, engage with you guys, because that's the whole point of me being here. Shane said, "Thank you, Jordan, for coming out and showing your vulnerability. I still struggle with that. I'm still struggling with it now. And I think I read your comment before. I'm still struggling with that now. Listen, it's not easy for me to put myself in this position and alienate possibly the very people who came to follow me or love me in the first place. Do you get what I mean? Having this stance is scary." Joanna said, "That's that Virgo analyzing everything that we do. There has to be a point and it has to make sense. There has to be some I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what is going on, but I turned my Wi-Fi off on my. Oh no, I didn't. I thought I turned my Wi-Fi off on my phone. Maybe that'll help. But I am not someone who is going to start at A and is not looking to get to Z. Do you get what I mean? I don't present a conflict without looking for a resolution. I don't just drop T and then just leave it there. Like I want to have a full conversation. Um, I want to be able to give a full, well-rounded experience. And if the things ain't thinging, then I just ain't got time. Do you know what I mean? And that is not me being negative. That is just me preserving my energy because I am somebody who has struggled with a severe amount of mental health. And it's nothing personal and it's no shade to anybody. It's not me trying to be, witty or clever or sassy or anything like that. I am protecting my soul. Do you get what I mean? Um, I am somebody who has struggled with mental health for a long time and I am still struggling. So while I am somebody who is willing to put themselves in the midst of the YouTube sphere, I am going to make sure that I am doing it in a way that is safe for me, right? Do I enjoy talking about these things? Absolutely. But I also want to maintain the sanity that I have fought so hard to regulate. That just is what it is. And I care more about helping people grow as people, even through the content that we watch on TV, than I care about expounding on the drama and the BS and trying to nitpick it to death. If if we're gonna nitpick drama, then can we figure out how we're supposed to nitpick a solution out of it? Do you know what I mean? Rosemary said, "Got to go. Bye, everybody, and baby gorgeous. You take good care of yourself." Thank you, baby. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming, Rosemary. You're amazing as always. Um, I have really, really good mods, and I really appreciate them all for being being amazing and being like a really loyal and being really dedicated and you know they're being the utmost professional people when I can't pay y'all to mod, like nobody gets paid to mod, like, but the way that you all put yourselves out there for me is really sweet, and I appreciate all of you guys so much. Um, Philly John said, "Baby gorgeous." Sorry, Philly John said, "Baby gorgeous." Maybe people were trying to pull your coattail. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that people were trying to ride my coattails. I'm not gonna say people were trying to use me. I'm not gonna say that people were trying to do any of those types of things because I don't want to cast negative judgments on people who I thought or think that I have genuine relationships with. I'm a person who comes into interactions with people very genuinely and very open. If I call you my friend, it's because I've engaged with you in a way that is past the level of just, speaking, right? Like, um, I do not uh approach friendship lightly. So if I embrace you, I really embrace you as a person and I embrace all of you. But however, in my embracing all of you, I am more protective of myself than I am embracing other people. So if me embracing other people becomes negative to my psyche, then I remove that person. It just is what it is, and it's no shade. It's nothing personal. I'll never speak badly about certain people. Do you know what I mean? When I fall out with people, I'm not that person who's going to go and speak badly about them and bash them and make videos and come on live and talk about them. And I'll never do that. I'll never do that because I always hold out hope that there will be resolution unless I recognize that there is no hope for that, right? If there is a glimmer of hope that there is resolution, then I will hold on to that. But if I see that there is none, then I let it go and I don't um, torture myself with trying to force a square peg into a round hole. Um, Rafia said most people who met you elsewhere didn't come here for Housewives tea. They came to know more about you. Thank you so much. And I'm going to um, give that, you know, I'm still going to be doing recaps and stuff like that, but I'm also going to be talking about just things that we experience in life. I'm going to talk about, relationships and all type of things that happen with that, cheating, communication issues, um, learning to love through the worst of times, balance of money, money, love, and power dynamics, gender roles. I want to talk about mental health. I want to talk about depression and anxiety and coping and grief and dealing with trauma. Um, those are the things that I want to speak about because those are things that I've been through and I am healing. And I know that there are a lot of people who are going through those things as well. And don't, I know that I personally don't want to feel alone in the things that I go through. So I want to offer that solace and that safe space to other people as well. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it is. Um, I just, I want to provide more with my content than just witty comments and sassy jokes. Is that part of it and is that great? Absolutely. And I'm not going to take anything away from that or diminish what that brings to people. Some people just want entertainment and that's it. And that is okay. Some people just want the entertainment. Some people just want the laughs and the shade, and that is okay. There is nothing wrong with those people. They are not bad people just because they want to tune in for an escape and get some shade. They're not bad people, but I am someone who has experienced enough trauma and enough pain and enough hurt and enough oppression to not be able to just live in that, especially when it's blatantly parallel to the situation, especially in a situation like the Real Housewives of Dubai, right? Where they're filming in an environment that is directly plagued by human rights and so by human rights issues and social injustice. I'm just saying. Joanna Shante said, I think we're giving gifts and taking through things to gain strength and knowledge, not so we can hoard it all and be high and mighty, but so we can relate to others and help them when they're going through it. I believe that as well. I believe that we should never be people who um relinquish the opportunity to relate to someone. you know Not saying that everybody has to make a YouTube channel and stand on a soapbox and talk about it. That's just my way of doing it. But not everybody feels comfortable going to therapy, not everybody feels safe going to therapy, not everybody feels open doing that. I'm one of those people. I don't necessarily feel safe going to a therapist. I don't necessarily feel safe going to a therapist, and I have my reasons for that. I'm sorry, I don't know why my live is freezing on my laptop right now, but I'm sorry. I really, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on, but it's freezing. Um, but like I was saying, I'm scared of therapists, to be perfectly honest, because I've been through several of them, and I am what somebody have. I am what you. I've been placed in a situation that people would call a career patient several many times, right? Where you go to a therapist and they don't really give you tools to help you towards the resolution of your issues. They just keep you there and give you someone to talk to, right? So you can continue to pay them or they continue to get paid off of your visit. And you never really grow. You just have somewhere to vent the issue to, and there's no resolution. There's that thing again of no conflict resolution, right? If I am going to go to a therapist, I need tools. I need techniques. I need strategy. I need course of action. I need actual work to be done because I am someone who has a lot of, I don't want to say issues, but I have a lot of work to do on myself, right? And while I do believe in the power of escape and the excuse me, Silas, I'm sorry. I have to Silas, I gotta move my leg. My leg is going numb. But while I do believe in the power of escape and just getting away and having fun and releasing the things that you're going through, I do also believe that what should coincide with that is the opportunity to growth and seeking knowledge out of the situation. Do you get what I mean? I think people should always want more. I think people should always want to be a better version of themselves and they should want more for their understanding out of life. Do you get what I mean? I'm never somebody who wants to be stuck anymore because I've been stuck for a long time. Do you get what I mean? And it's crazy to think that something as simple as Real Housewives can lead someone into having issues with their mental health. But you you never know what can trigger someone. Do you get what I mean? Um, Joanna, again, thank you for sharing your heart with us. You laying it all out, and it's greatly appreciated. I thank you all for being here. That's really what it is. I thank you all for being here because I want to know that there are more people than just me. Like, I want to know that I'm not the only one who thinks like this. I don't think that I'm unique. Do you get what I mean? If anybody who knows me, if anybody is familiar with Jordan, you all know that I'm very self deprecating and I don't think that I'm unique in any way. So I don't think I'm the only one who wants to enjoy their media in a more elevated fashion. I think that contributes to the necessity of the format of reality TV changing. Not just the way that it's casted, not just the way that it's shot, not just the way that it's, produced. I think that there also needs to be a level of balance brought to the situations. Do we all like drama on TV? Absolutely. But for the longest time, we have been solely pushed in the direction of drama and nothing else. Um, they used to say that the reunions were a place of resolution where you come and you hash everything out, but really, like, it's more just like the main tournament. Do you get what I mean? It's like the final level of Mortal Kombat. Like the reunion is more like you done battled all the rest of the housewives all season, and now it's time to battle Andy and the fans at the reunion, and like he's Shane Song and Shao Kahn. Do you get what I mean? Like it's there just needs to be more. There needs to be a full restructuring because I can't be the only one who wants more out of TV. I can't be the only one who likes reality TV but feels like it doesn't contribute anything to my mental well-being. Um, Thank you, Shane. This live is really validating. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that you all feel heard because that is something that means the most to me. I want people to feel heard. I want them to feel like they're related to. And you guys giving me all of this positive feedback is doing exactly that for me. So I'm appreciative and I'm honored that I'm able to give you guys something that is substantial and something that's meaningful. Do you know what I mean? Um, Let me continue to read through here. Ooh, I just scrolled past one. Snap. I'm sorry. Okay, here it is. Shane, Jordan, you speak from the heart. Talk about anything that inspires you. This group here with you because you are unique. We enjoy relating with you. I enjoy relating with you guys. I really do. I enjoy relating with you guys because I think that the reason why shows like Fix My Life have become so popular, shows like Celebrity Rehab, shows like, things like that became a thing is because people want to see people do better for themselves. People want to see people grow. People want to see people change, and people want to understand how they can grow and change as well, how they can relate to other people and make the most out of their lives. Like, I don't think that we were meant to be here just to throw shade and be clever and be unbothered. I am so against being unbothered. Like, to me, to be unbothered is to be unhuman, if you want me to be perfectly honest about it. Murray said it took me many years to feel safe going to a therapist. Well, I'm glad that you were able to get to that point, that you were able to find a therapist that works for you and that gives you what you need. Yes, Silas is my cat, Shane. Um, my cat's name is Silas Jerome Galloway. And the reason why you see my laptop shaking right now is because he's running up and down the bed right now, and he's hopping up and down because for some reason he was asleep until the moment that I clicked live. I'm sorry, guys. I have no clue what just
I'm sorry,
happened.
guys. I have no
With
clue
my
what just
screen,
happened.
my laptop is acting
Um,
completely
with
crazy
my
right now.
screen, my
Oh
laptop
wait, you guys,
is acting completely crazy
I'm
right
frozen.
now. And oh wait, you guys can see. Oh
Okay,
no,
so let me
I'm
take my
frozen on the other
headset off
side.
because I'm frozen on the other side.
Okay, so let me take my headset off.
My
My
laptop is
laptop is
trying
trying
to
to
load,
load,
right?
right?
So
So excuse.
excuse,
I
I
don't know
don't know
which
which
one
one is.
is. Okay, okay. So I'm just gonna go the rest of this from my phone from now on. Silas. That was my nipple, bro. Chill. But yeah, I let me get back to these comments because I just lost my whole train of thought. Wait, did it come back? What the heck, bro? I'm sorry. No, I'm just gonna go to this. Wait, is it back? I have no clue what's happening with this. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna let that be what it is. Um, and I'm just gonna go from my phone here, and hopefully y'all are cool with that. But
I'm sorry. Let me adjust this really quick. The ghetto, the ghetto. Anyway, yeah, I just want to be more impactful, and I want to do more with my platform, and I want to be a different type of YouTuber in a way that is special and impactful. Do you get what I mean? Um, is this set up better? Can you guys see me okay? Is this okay? I'm trying to close StreamYard on my laptop right now and it's giving me issues. Um, but uh, but that's really what it is. I just want to have a more impactful approach on YouTube and I want to do things that mean more. Silas, get your ass off my move, boy. Damn. I want to make sure that the legacy that I leave on YouTube is something that is something I'm able to be proud of. And I don't think that I would be able to be proud of just being shady and not getting any type of real value out of the media that I'm consuming. Do you get me? Silence. Can you know what? I'm just gonna unplug my whole phone. That way you can play with that cord and you're not gonna bother this. Okay? Jesus. I'm sorry. This is so distracting and it's not doing what I need to do. And I'm just trying to um get through these comments and I lost my place. Doggone it. I'm sorry, you guys. This is so unprofessional. Goodness, I lost my place. Um, has it been an emotional day for others? I found myself expressing my emotions and speaking my truth today. It's not the most comfortable place for me, but it's where I am. That has been the past few years of my life, actually. I have come to a place conflict. I avoid it like the plague now, and I look for more beneficial ways of engaging in life. And especially in the past year of me being on hormones, my emotions have exploded like floodgates, right? So I find myself being my most authentically genuine because I am less able to hide or contain my emotions. I can pretend I'm not okay, but everybody knows. Do you get what I'm saying? So I completely get what you're saying. I feel this whole live. I love you, Jordan. You are such a bright light. Thank you, love. I really appreciate you so much. Y'all are all like really freaking amazing. Like I really appreciate it. Shane Shady said, Jordan, you speak from the heart. Talk about anything that inspires you in this group because you are uniquely enjoy relating to you. Thank you so much, babe. I read your comment earlier. I read Moray's comment. Um, Joanna said, baby, if you could see this ugly crying that's happening over here, I connect with you. I connect with what you're saying so deeply, and you are not alone. You are unique and amazing. amazing, beautiful inside and out. Look, I don't want to make you cry. I'm sorry. I don't want to make you cry. I really don't want to make you cry. I just want I want you to feel heard. I want you to feel like somebody understands and that you're not alone and that you're not the only one that's going through it because I am going through it on so many different levels. It's situations. I'm trying to take something of peace from it. I'm trying to take something to find some level of peace from it. And and that's what matters most to me nowadays. Silas, I need you to get said. Um, Real Housewives of Hunger Games. Nah, I'm good. Nah, I feel you on that. And that's kind of what less about actually engaging in the friendship. If y'all are having conflict for the sake of tearing each other down instead of having conflict for the sake of resolution of actual issues. And that makes no sense to me. Like to the consciousness of wanting these shows because I think that it, that's the reason why the ratings are for 18 episodes and then dragging it out for another three and nobody really getting anywhere. People are just saying, I had cut class, but we back with the jump off. Girl, Joanna Shantae said, "Come on, Silas Jerome. Listen, I don't know where it came from. I just said Silas and Jerome was the next thing that came out of my but I, I'm leaning on them. Do you get what I mean? And while I appreciate having people who are maybe mentors to me, I want to also be able to inspire someone and also go through the journey with them. You know, I don't want to be a beacon or be put on a pedestal for anybody. I want to go through it with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be ahead of you. I want to be beside you. So I don't know why my cat is having a full blown fit right now. It is so annoying and so distracting. But I just, that's really it, man. Like, that's really the grips of it. I just want to do better, you know? They always say to know better is to do better, and I'm ready to do better. I'm just ready to do better, and I'm ready to do more, and I'm ready to give more to the community and give more to the internet and present a different perspective. I think there's enough people out here who are being shady and being sassy and reading and doing all of those things. I think that there's enough people filling that space and not enough people filling this lane. And I've always been a person who, even if I am being engorged in something that is familiar, I want to take a new spin on it and do it my own way. So I'm going to break away from that while I still have the opportunity to. Um, I don't want to let this type of stuff lead me to selling out and not making content that is genuine and authentic to me just because I know that that's what my viewers like. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sell myself out for views. I don't want to sell myself out for subscribers. I don't want to sell myself out to be liked. Do you get what I mean? I would rather have 14 people watching my video and it really be a genuine conversation and a real genuine exchange of energy than having 15,000 people on my live and we just talking a bunch of shit that nobody is getting anything from and everybody's just making a bunch of jokes and tearing a bunch of people down and you know cracking a bunch of mess. Like I just don't have the bandwidth for that. Yes, my cat wants camera time. I don't understand why my cat is such a douchebag, but he is. So I'll give him a little bit of shine. Silas, he's not gonna sit here and sit still. He's such an asshole. Um, Listen, I'll take that as a sign. Thank you, Joanna. Do you boo? Do you boo boo? We. In fact, let me read it how it was intended. Do you boo boo? I promise we with you. That's how I know she meant it. Thank you, doll baby. He is cute, but he's a spoiled little asshole. Silas is a spoiled little asshole, and I love him dearly. Don't get me wrong. He is my little boy, and I love him to death. But he is a spoiled little asshole. Anyway, Um, I'm seeing comments in my chat. Listen, I and I'm not gonna bring the comment up. If you're in the chat and you see the comment, you know what I'm talking about. There are certain people who I've met and I've connected with who I am no longer in contact with, who I no longer speak to, and it's all good. I wish them love. I don't hold any ill will towards them. But yes, I did spoil him, doll baby. I, I, I have to admit all sins. I'm guilty as charged. But I am someone who is able to engage in conflict with someone and also leave room for resolution, especially if I am engaging with someone as a friend. Do you get what I mean? And if I am treating you as a friend and I am engaging with you as someone who I consider to be someone that I genuinely care about, I am not going to all of a sudden change up the way that I treat you when there's conflict. Do you get what I mean? I'm not going to all of a sudden act different when, hey Donna Bell, how you doing? Thank you for showing up. Um, I I appreciate you for being here, babe. Um, I'm not someone who's going to switch up the way that I treat people when we have conflict. Do you get what I mean? If I this is hard to speak about because I am not someone who wants to bash people. I am not someone who wants to call out people. I am not someone who wants to read or shade anyone because I want everybody to do well. I want everybody to succeed and I want everybody to prosper. However, my experience is my experience, right? And I I'm a type of person like this. If you cross me, it is damn near impossible to get me back, right? Now, like I was saying, if I have conflict with someone, I always want to leave the room open for resolution. But when I see that that is not an option, I move accordingly. Do you get what I mean? And real talk, you're not gonna see certain people on my channel anymore. It is what it is. I'm not gonna dance around the subject in a way that I'm just gonna completely avoid it because people can go back and watch this replay and pull up the live chat and see exactly what's going on in the chat. Yes, Shady, I'm talking. Yes, Shane, I'm talking about the person who you mentioned in the chat, but I'm not gonna say their name because I'm not gonna bash anybody or make it seem like I am talking about anybody because that's not the only person who I am speaking about when I'm stating this, right? That's not the only person. So that is one of the people who I'm talking about, but that's not the only person. But you're not going to see certain people on my channel because if there is conflict or if we are friends in the good times and then you handle me in a way that is contrarian to that when there is conflict, that to me means that there is no actual friendship. And that makes me question a lot. No, don't erase it because it is what it is. Like, at the end of the day, people can go back and watch where the change happened. Do you get what I'm saying? Shane, there's no reason to go back and erase your message because I'm sitting here talking about it on the live. You erasing the message is acting like I have something to hide and I don't. Just because I have no desire to publicly speak on people or talk negatively about certain people on my live doesn't mean that I'm not honest about what the situation is. I just have enough respect for the people that I'm talking about to not say their name, because if people in my live, people who are subscribed to me, if they are still fans or if they still like their content, I want them to still go and subscribe to that person. If you still get something from their content, then get something from their content. Just because I have a disagreement with somebody or I don't agree with the way that somebody moves doesn't mean that they're a bad person or mean that they're a bad content creator or that I want everybody on my page to stop fucking with them. That's not it. I'm not somebody who's like that. I'm not going to come on here and tell you to go and unsubscribe to that person or go and unfollow that person, and if you follow me you can't like that person, and da 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 da, or if you like me, you can't watch this person's live. I'm not that person. Because at the end of the day, there's room out here for all of us. And if I was that type of person, then I would have been a liar when I shouted them out when things were good. Do you get what I'm saying? I would have been a liar when I shouted them out in every single one of my videos. I would have been a liar when I told you to go and follow them. I would have been a liar when I told you to go and subscribe to them. I would have been a liar when I brought them up on my videos and praised them. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm never going to be a hypocrite and I'm never going to be fake. Silas, please shut up. Silas, I don't need the drama right now. Hush. I'm on hush, please. Um, Silas, be quiet. Shut up, please. Thank you, sir. Don't bite me, but thank you. Um, I'm not gonna come on here and bash somebody. Like, when times were good with people and when I was friends with people and we were all cool, I genuinely wanted everybody who was on my page to go and love and subscribe to them, right? Just because I don't agree with necessarily the way that they move doesn't mean that I all of a sudden want everybody to hate them. Hey, Coach G, I meant to mention you earlier, by the way, but I just got caught up in a point and I got distracted by my cat also. Yes, Silas lives for all the drama and he wants all the smoke. Like, disrespectful. And it's because I'm not focusing on him and giving him all the attention right now. It's because I'm on live and I want to it's because I am trying to do something and ignore him right now or like not give him my full attention. He is like flipping out on me right now. Doll Baby said Silas was just co-signing, probably. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna end it with this. Um, Everybody who you've ever seen me shout out on my channel, I genuinely have and had love for. I genuinely wish every single one of those people the best. And I want every single one of them to succeed. If I told you to go and follow them, if you followed them or subscribed to them and you got something from their content that was beneficial to you and you like watching them, continue to watch them. I'm not going to tell you not to do something. You know, I'm not going to tell you to um no you can't. No you cannot. Um but somebody else asked in the comments earlier, am I going to be back on Hot Messy Topics? I'll say this. Um I love Adam and Jason. I appreciate them embracing somebody who they did not know. I enjoy that they believed in me to a point that they took it upon themselves to shout me out, embrace me, um, all of those things, right? And I'll say this, I'll be back on Hot Messy Topics at some point because there is no love lost and there is no issue between myself and Adam or myself and Jason, right? Um, in my reflection over the past few days, I have no issues with them. And it's all love. There's no shade. And stop that. There's no shade. And I love them down. I just need a break because, stuff happens. You need a break. And I think that me not calling into hot, messy topics for a while will give some other callers a chance to call in. You know, his subscribers were asking for new people to call in. So I want them to be able to have that opportunity. I appreciate all of the love that I get from Adam's Angels and, Jason's subscribers and Kimpire's subscribers. I love all of them and I appreciate all of it. But I don't want to be a reason that negativity is presented on someone's channel. And if I am a source of conflict or contention, then I will remove myself before it becomes an issue, right? So, you know, I had heard a lot of comments about over talking and people not wanting the same people up all the time. And that's really one of the biggest complaints is that people didn't want the same people up. And I'm not going to, you know, make it a big thing, but I am going to say, like, I just want everybody to have nothing but positivity on their channels. And that's really what the point is. Jason, Adam, Kempire, everybody else, I want everybody to have nothing but positivity on their channels. And if I bring negative comments to your channel, or if people want different people to come up, or if they want different panelists to call up, then I am going to provide a space for people to call. You know what I'm saying? I could be focusing on my own content. Do you know what I'm saying? Do I appreciate Adam and Jason for helping me build my platform and obtain the number of subscribers that I have now? Absolutely. And I appreciate them. And I'm never going to say anything negative about them because they've been nothing but gracious to me and they've shown me nothing but love. Right. Um, but I don't want to overstay my welcome somewhere, and I don't want to become a source of negativity for someone's channel, right? And I don't want people to get tired of me either. Like, I don't want people to get tired of seeing me. I don't want people to get tired of people bringing me up. I don't want people to get tired of seeing me. So, like, people asked for other callers to call in. If I'm not consistently calling into the chat, that gives space for other people to call in. Maybe you'll meet somebody else who you like. Maybe you'll meet somebody else who you love, and that will be great. And I hope that that will happen. Do you get what I mean? I don't thank you for that. But I I'm not a selfish person. Do you get what I mean? I'm not somebody who is going to just monopolize a platform and take over somewhere and just show up just to show up and just because, you know what I'm saying. But like, I don't y'all don't be messy in my comments. Before I go any further, do not be messy in my comments.
I don't want y'all talking about other people on Hot Messy Topics. I don't like that because this is not what that's for. This is not what that's for. I appreciate you guys having my back, but I don't like that. And I don't think that's cool. Regardless of where I am with certain people, regardless of if I'm cool with certain people or not, I don't want people to be disrespected. And I don't want, people say like even if you mean it with good intentions, I still think that everybody deserves respect regardless of if I'm cool with them or not. So don't come in my comments talking about certain people, trying to allude to certain people, doing that. I don't like that. I don't want, because I'm not that type of person. I'm not that type of person. I don't want to throw shade at nobody. There is a specific reason why I have mentioned no names, because I want everybody to succeed. I want everybody to be happy and I want everybody to flourish. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do not come in my comments talking shit about anybody. I really mean that. Like, I really mean that. Because that's not what this is for. That is really not what this is for. At the end of the day, I, everybody who I met on Hot Messy Topics, everybody who I've interacted with, everybody who you have seen me with, I have genuine love for, no matter what the standing of our relationship is now, right? There are certain people who I am in the process of working on that relationship with. That's why I won't mention names, because I don't ever want to completely close a door, right? But I am in a place right now where certain people I am not going to be around because of the way that they move. And I'm not going to name certain names, and I don't want anybody trying to guess or figure it out or figure out who it is. That's not what this is for. At the end of the day, we're spreading positivity, but if I'm going to spread positivity, I'm going to be honest. And I am going to do it in a way that retains my integrity. Hi, Meg. How are you doing, sweetheart? Thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate you tuning in. I'm sorry that I didn't acknowledge you when you first showed up. Geo, it's all good. Um, it's it's really no shade. It's really no shade at all. But yeah, I at the end of the day, regardless of the things that are happening, I think that good can come out of all of this, because at the end of the day, growth is happening. People are focusing on their content more. Hopefully, people are doing all the things that they feel like they need to do and prospering in the ways that they feel like they need to prosper. And I want everybody to be um their best, right? And here's my thing when it comes to Hot Messy Topics and when it comes to panel shows in general, because I'm not making this about Adam's channel, because Adam is an amazing person. His channel is an amazing platform. Jason is an amazing person, so on and so forth. It's not about that. Here's the thing. I take this very seriously, and I take this like a job, right? So what I'm about to say really has nothing to do with Adam and Jason, because they take it the exact same way. I take this like a job, right? And just because my channel is not monetized yet does not mean that I don't take my platform very seriously. And I always want to not only conduct myself in a way that is, excuse me, entertaining, but I also want to be professional at the same time. Do you get what I mean? So when there were first comments, when there were first comments of people over talking or people um not allowing a proper flow to the chat, I took notice of that. And even if people weren't talking about me, I still internalized that because I'm in that room. I'm on that chat. And if I'm on Adam's chat, I feel like I'm responsible for how I represent myself on Adam's chat. I feel like I'm representing Adam's chat because he brought me up on his page. Same thing with Jason, same thing with Kempire, same thing with anybody whose page I've been on, right? If I'm coming up on your page, I want to represent your page in the best light possible. So I would never want to not come off in the most professional way. I would want to handle being on your platform the way that you handle your platform, right? And so I became hyper aware of the way that I conducted myself on Hot Messy Topics. And I always want to make sure that I maintain a level of professionalism, right? So I am sad that it all went like this because it's not even like I said before, like it's not YouTube drama, it's not beef, it's not like, oh, there's shade and people need to answer to it and things like that. Like it's none of that. But it is unfortunate that the very thing that I feel like I was brought back into this space to talk about was the thing that kind of like was my undoing, if you will. Um I don't know. I don't really want to talk about this anymore. I really don't want to talk about this anymore because at the end of the day, I care. At the end of the day, I care. And at the end of the day, I am a genuine enough person to say that I see people as friends. And when I rock with you, I rock with you. And even though I rock with people strongly, I value my mental safety more. And that allows me to have a very strong cutoff game because of it. Now, like I said before, anybody who you think I'm talking about in this video, anybody who you think I may be mentioning, anybody who you think I'm talking about, it is no shade. There's no disrespect. There's no ill will. I wish everybody the best. I still want everybody to thrive. If I have shown you love in the past and we aren't cool now, or we don't speak, or you don't see them on my channel, or you don't see us collaborating, or whatever the case may be, know that it's still love. Know that I still wish them the best. Know that I still want them to grow. Know that I still want them to be the best that they can be. And I want them to have as much as they want to have and get the most that they can get. Do you get what I mean? Just know that I am an extremist. And I'm a person who stands very firm in what I believe in. And if I am going to be a certain type of way, I'm going to try to make sure that I am consistent in being that way all the way across the board. So if I'm going to believe in talking about social justice issues when they apply to me, I'm going to also believe in talking about social justice issues when they don't apply to me. I'm going to also believe in talking about social justice issues that don't have anything to do with me. Like, just because it's not my personal narrative doesn't mean that it's not important at the end of the day. So, with that being said, I'm getting ready to get off of here because I'm exhausted and this just got really sad. And I feel like this derailed into me talking about how I lost my friends. And I feel really bad about it because I just wish that everybody could have taken it as seriously as I did, right? But in the end, it's all good. Like, it's all love. And with that, my channel has grown, my channel has changed Pouring with Jordan is now officially justifiably Jordan, because I am going to always give an empathic analysis on all things culture and entertainment. And then I'm going to justify why you should watch and learn for yourself and draw your own conclusions. Um, I always want to say everything that I say on this channel with good reason. I always want to say everything that I say on my channel with good intention and with pure heart and with the best of, with the purest intentions, right? I don't ever come on here or anywhere else with a malicious or a shady heart, right? I don't ever feel that. But at the end of the day, it's hard to talk about the changes that you're going through when you don't talk about your experiences that inspired those changes, right? But I'm a person who is respectful of the people who I have love for, whether I rock with them or not. Do you get what I'm saying? And I always want to be a decent human being. Like, I don't ever want to leave a situation with scorched earth. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I am someone who has been that person. I didn't intend to talk about any of this. I didn't want to talk about any of this. Even when I was going to make the me never speaking about Housewives on my channel again, its own live, I didn't plan on talking about any of this. But it's hard to keeping it funky. It's hard to talk about things changing on your channel when the people who saw why your channel is changing watched it happen. Do you get what I mean? It's not like this is something that happened, like, no, like, it's not like it's something behind the scenes that everybody just didn't get to see. Do you get what I'm saying? Y'all saw what happened, and y'all can go see what happened. And so now that things are going to clearly be different on my channel and the way that I move, I don't necessarily want to address it because I don't want to talk about people. But at the end of the day, I do want to acknowledge my experience for being what it is, show the love that needs to be shown, give the respect that needs to be given. I'm going to call back into hot, messy topics at some point. I am. But I just need to focus on my own channel right now. That's really what it is. I just need to focus on my own channel right now, and I really need to develop develop the brand of content that I really want to be known for, right? And I feel like I will always be a supporter of Adam's channel. I'm always going to be a supporter of Jason's channel. I'm always going to be a supporter of Kimpire's channel, no matter what, whether I'm calling into the channels or not. I still want you guys to watch Hot Messy Topics. I still want you guys to watch the pre-records. I still want you guys to like every video and show them just as much love as you show me. But I need to figure out for myself how I can approach a venue like that and still approach those type of situations with my level of integrity, because I don't want to compromise the person that I am just to fit in or just to be on a panel or just to call into a show. And not to say that I was doing that, but I don't ever want to step out of my character. I don't want to call on a show and get taken out of the person that I'm trying to be because of something as small as Housewives. Do you get what I mean? Um, I I've done a lot of bad things in my life. I've made a lot of bad decisions, and I have done a lot of regrettable things. And at this point in my life, I just want to do better. I just want to be better. I just want to be happy. I just want to make a difference. I just want to be someone who leaves an impactful legacy of something that my daughter can be proud of, that my husband can be proud of, that anybody who knows me can be proud of. I just, at this point, I want people to have more to say when they speak about my name. I want people to have, I want people to take something real away from me, from my impact. I really want to leave something on this earth that means something. And if it's this YouTube channel, then so be it. But I just feel differently about life. I just feel differently about life. And I want to do it differently. I want to move differently and I want to be the best at it. So, with that being said, things are going to be different. And I am not going to be on hot, messy topics right now. I want them to get some new callers. I want you guys to get everything that you want to get from Hot Messy Topics so that Adam can continue to do that show with Jason and so that it can grow and continue to be the best that it can be and it can continue to be the fun experience that it has always been. I want Hot Messy Topics to be an an appointment show for all the people on YouTube who love Adam and love the stuff that Adam talks about, as well as Jason. So I want them to have the variety that the fans of the show seem to want. I want them to have the different callers and the different level of panelists and be able to rotate and get different people and not get tired of different people. I don't want you guys to get tired of me. That's really what it is. I don't want you guys to get tired of me. I don't want you guys to, you know, not want to see me. You know what I'm saying? If you miss me on Hot Messy Topics, I'll be right here. I'll be right here on Justifiably Jordan, and we'll be talking. I'll be doing lives. I'll mostly be doing lives from now on because I enjoy the aspect of having a direct conversation with you guys more so than I do of sitting down, making pre recorded videos, and trying to make something that is entertaining for you to watch. Do you get what I mean? I think I enjoy more so the process of just coming on and talking to you guys. Do you know what I mean? I think that's really what the main difference in my channel is going to be, is that I'm not trying to be a stereotypical YouTuber. If I get to monetization, then I'm going to get there. If I don't, I don't. But if I'm going to do this, I want to do it in the way that I can always be proud of and that I feel like lives with the most integrity that there is to have, right? So that's it. Like, I love you guys. I'm gonna be doing what it is that I need to do over here, and I'm sure that they're gonna continue. All the people, not just Adam and Jason and Kempire and like all of those people. I mean, they're gonna be great. I already know that they're going to be great. There's no question about that. But everybody involved, just know that anybody who you think I'm talking about, anybody who I alluded to, anybody who I implied I'm talking about, anybody who you think I'm talking about, I love you and I care about you as people, and I care about every single one of the people who I've met on Hot Messy Topics. I care about every single one of the people who I've collaborated with. I care about every single one of the people who I've shouted out, who I've embraced, who I've wanted to help, who I've wanted to, you know, take the journey with. Do you get what I'm saying? That is love. Just because we are not in cahoots and cohorting right now does not mean that I all of a sudden hate people. So at the end of the day, this channel is going to be different. I'm going to be more of a topical self-care advocating YouTuber who is going to be doing, you know, lives that I hope touch people. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I hope that my content means something to you. And that's really what it's about. So I'm finna get out of here. I've been on here for 2 hours. I don't know how I do this every single time I come on live. I mean to come on here and stay on here for 30, 45 minutes, and I always end up being on here for 2 hours. I apologize. But I love you all so much. I hope that you all got something out of today's live, and I hope that you guys are excited for Pepper LaBeja's birthday tomorrow. Coach G, you really were right on time with that. Pepper LaBeja's birthday is tomorrow, and because of that, I am going to be doing a live tomorrow at noon Central Standard Time, but it's going to be 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm going to be talking about Pepper LaBeja, celebrating Pepper's life, and I'm going to be recapping Paris is Burning, right? If you go to the post, you can find out how to watch that. And I hope that you guys tune in because I really want to have a birthday party. I'm 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 calling it Pepper LaBeja's birthday ball, right? So I'm hoping to have fun in that. We're gonna talk about Paris is Burning. We're gonna talk about all of the lingo and the slang and the things of things, and we're gonna have a good time. So I hope to see you there. I love you all. I have a lot of exciting things coming for my channel. I'm trying to um, come up with some really inspirational content for you guys. So, yes, Coach G, I hope you are there tomorrow. It's going to be noon Central Standard Time. Pepper LaBeja's birthday ball. So, we're going in. Um, But yeah, look forward to the content that I have coming up. I have some interviews coming up that I'm really excited about. I have some interviews that that I'm working on that I'm really excited about. I have videos about making the band. That video is coming up. I have videos about just all different type of things. We're gonna talk, and like I said, this is a place where my suggestion box is always open. So if there are things that you want to see me speak about or you want to talk about, let me know. That's what I leave the comments open for. And as anybody knows, I read and respond to every single comment. So I appreciate y'all for coming. Y'all are the best. Y'all are the sweetest. Y'all are the coolest people on earth. I thank you for validating me as not only a content creator, as a person, as, somebody who is journeying through life just like everybody else and just trying to do it the best way that they can. So I do this for y'all, and y'all mean the world to me. So I'm gonna hop off of here. I hope every one of y'all enjoy y'all night. If anybody came in the chat late, I'm sorry that I'm hopping off as you're coming in, but I hope that you will watch the replay and enjoy it. Um, I hope that everybody got something from this video. I hope that everybody likes the new graphics. I hope that everybody likes the new name of the channel, Justifiably Jordan. I hope that everybody likes the new logo. I hope that everybody likes the new graphics. And I hope that everybody likes the new direction that I'm taking the channel in. So hopefully you guys like the analysis that I gave on all things Justifiably Jordan, and the new direction of the channel. And I hope that my opinions and the things that I wanted to convey to you guys really gave what it was supposed to give, and it permeated in the way that it needed to permeate, and I got my point across in the way that I wanted to. So I love you guys so much. I hope that you guys will be at Pepper's birthday party tomorrow. If you can, wear gold. But yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Watch the replay, comment, leave me suggestions on all my videos. Um, thank you guys for supporting me, and I hope you guys enjoy the rebrand. So, peace. Bye, baby gorgeous. Ooh, I love y'all for real. See y'all later.